You've probably heard fuel tips from friends, strangers, or even online experts. From magic gas-saving gadgets to premium fuel fairy tales, the world is packed with fuel myths that drivers swear by, and their wallets suffer for it. In this video, we're busting 10 of the dumbest fuel myths stupid people fall for. One might be quietly draining your wallet every time you hit the pump. Buckle up, because we're about to separate fact from fiction. Number 9. Turning off the AC saves gas. Modern air conditioners are surprisingly fuel efficient. Their impact on gas mileage is minimal. Rolling down your windows seems like a solution. However, this creates aerodynamic drag at higher speeds. Drag forces the engine to work harder, burning more fuel. At city speeds, the effect is barely noticeable. On highways, though, the drag becomes a serious issue. Using the AC might actually save fuel. Open windows are less efficient at high speeds. Driving with no AC and closed windows on a hot day is torture. Your car will turn into a sauna, and your driving experience will be anything but pleasant. Fortunately, modern AC systems don't guzzle gas like before. This means you can stay comfortable without worrying. Choose AC over open windows for better fuel efficiency. Your ride will be cooler and more economical. Myth number 8. Manual transmissions always save gas. It's true that manual transmissions once had the upper hand in fuel efficiency. Back then, they were simpler and gave drivers more control over gas mileage. But that's no longer the case. Modern automatics have come a long way. With advanced features like continuously variable transmissions, CVTs, and dual clutch systems, they can now match, or even beat, manuals in fuel efficiency. Here's why. Today's automatics use optimized gear ratios and smart electronics to make every drop of fuel count. Studies show that many automatics outperform manuals at the pump. While driving stick might feel sporty, it doesn't guarantee better mileage anymore. The technology has evolved, and so has the way we save gas. Myth number 7. Cruise control uses low fuel. Cruise control is often seen as a fuel-saving hack, but it's not always true. While it does help maintain a steady speed on flat highways, it's not a magic button for better fuel efficiency. The key factor here isn't the cruise control itself, it's how consistent your speed remains. On long, flat highways, it does a great job. It keeps your speed steady and avoids those little bursts of acceleration that wastes fuel. But it gets tricky on hills. When you're driving uphill, cruise control tries to hold your set speed. That means it pushes the engine harder than necessary, burning extra fuel. An experienced driver, though, knows how to handle this better. They ease off the throttle on the climb and let gravity does the work on the way down. Myth number 6. Topping off gets you more gas. Topping off your tank feels satisfying. You might think you're squeezing in extra fuel or hitting that perfect dollar amount. But here's the truth. It's a terrible idea. When the pump clicks off, your tank is full. Any extra gas doesn't go into your tank. It goes back into the pump or spills out. Worse, overfilling can damage your car's vapor recovery system. These vapors are recycled and turned into usable fuel. But when you overfill, liquid fuel can flood this canister. Once the charcoal canister is damaged, your car can't control emissions properly. You'll notice reduced fuel efficiency. There's also the problem of fuel expansion. Gas stored underground is cool. Myth number 5. Premium gas cleans the engine and gives better performance. Premium gas sounds fancy, right? Better fuel, better performance, cleaner engine. At least, that's what the ads say. Well, if your car doesn't require premium fuel, you're just wasting money. Premium fuel has one main advantage: a higher octane rating. Regular gas has an octane level of 87, while premium starts at 91 or higher. Higher ratings prevent premature detonation or knocking in high-performance engines. You've probably heard this one before. Fill up your tank in the morning to save money. These tanks are buried deep enough that their temperature stays almost constant, no matter the time of day, whether it's morning, noon, or night. But as far as saving money, nope, no difference. What could cause problem is overfilling your tank with cool fuel and then letting your car. Myth number 4. Driving on a low fuel tank destroys the engine. Some drivers believe running on a low fuel tank damages the engine. No, it doesn't. Engines, I don't care if the tank is full or nearly empty. They only stop running when the tank runs completely dry. The concern often comes from the idea that low fuel causes dirt and debris to get sucked into the engine. However, your fuel pump always pulls fuel from the bottom of the tank, regardless of how full it is. If dirt or water is in the tank, it is pulled through the system, whether the tank is full or nearly empty. That's why fuel filters exist. Some newer cars don't have replaceable fuel filters because the system is so well designed. It's mostly about preventing unnecessary wear on your fuel pump and avoiding the hassle of running out of gas. Myth number 3. Big gas stations have better fuel. All gasoline, whether from a big-name brand or a small station, has to meet the same government standards. At its core, the fuel you get from Shell, Chevron, or Joe's Budget Gas is essentially the same. In most areas, gas comes from the same refineries. And here's a fun fact. You'll often see the same fuel truck delivering to multiple stations, no matter the logo on the sign. If the base fuel is the same, what's the difference? Additives. Big brands like Shell and Chevron add special blends to their fuel. These include detergents, lubricants, and corrosion inhibitors. While these additives can help keep your engine clean, let's be clear. Myth number 2, fuel additives improve mileage and engine performance. Fuel additives promise big results, better mileage, cleaner engines, and improved performance. But here's the reality. Most of these claims are overhyped. If additives truly deliver game-changing results, fuel companies would already include them in their gasoline. It would give them a massive marketing edge, but they don't, because the benefits are minimal at best. Some additives claim to clean your fuel system, tank, lines, pump, and injectors. While they can help in certain situations, the improvements are often temporary. Myth number 1. Shutting the engine off at a stop saves gas. The idea that shutting off your engine at every stop saves gas comes from older car technology. Back in the carburetor days, starting an engine used much fuel, especially when it's cold. But modern fuel-injected engines are far more efficient. Starting a warm engine uses only a tiny bit more fuel than idling. Idling still consumes fuel. So technically, turning off the engine does save gas. But is it worth it for short stops? For brief stops, like waiting at a traffic light, the savings are minimal. You'd need perfect timing to restart the engine just as the light turns green. Constant restarting adds wear to your starter motor and ignition switch. Both are mechanical parts that can fail over time. Fuel myths might sound believable, but falling for them can burn through your wallet and mess with your car. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button and watch the next video on 3 reasons for high fuel consumption and how to minimize them. Fuel myths might sound believable,